Nice. Do you guys want to chat a hot second now?
Yeah.
Like just roll through for a little conversation, like
Recorded or not?
Yeah, recorded.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For what? Just to do
Just like to
an
have a little
unwind.
debrief.
Sure.
Yeah. That was so stressful, but I think I got into it.
You know what?
There.
I felt the moment you clicked into your character.
Thank you.
Oh my
I
God.
literally
I feel like all of us, there was that like
there was a moment right when you started being like the gullible. It was when you were in the bar already, and you were
I'm down
you,
60 gold.
and you went up to the
Both of you are.
Yeah,
I
I know.
forgot I had any skills. I was just focused because I think the ones
'cause you're-
just scared me because I was like,
Yeah.
I have deception, I have intimidation, I'm socially totally fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, these rocks are my life and I must get the rocks.
and you rolled
Yeah.
in
and I
that one,
followed that.
and both
Yeah.
of you are gullible,
Yeah.
young,
Oh,
right?
goodness.
Like
yeah, young enough, but like,
I feel
goodness.
like once we meet, it's gonna be like
Mhm.
we're gonna get into trouble all the time,
yeah.
Maggie and I, and you're just gonna have to fucking bail us out.
Yeah,
just
and
give me
that-
like the
and
rich dad
that's
with
gonna
like
be my job.
Here we
Well,
We're both
fucking go.
very
for now.
nice.
Yeah.
The amount that you put trust into the only elf you've maybe ever met, and you were like,
Right?
give
That
me
was
a
so
map
funny.
to find my mother.
Here's the loveliest
Imagine
thing
if
is
he wasn't nice.
because when
oh, probably
you met,
isn't. It doesn't seem nice.
when you met him and you all of a sudden started explaining your whole story,
Yeah.
I felt your character just go like, this is who I am.
This is
as
destiny.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Like this is I'm finally doing it.
Yeah, like I'm
so
here.
excited.
Like when he said he was an elf, I was like, oh my god.
To the people listening, because we don't have any cameras set up, he was going through this whole speech, and I was literally like fists in the air, pumping my fist, going like, "This is it. This is
Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so excited. I love your interaction with your friend,
Oh my
Maggie.
God.
I do love Dax.
Captain
I'm so
Dax,
happy.
quote
Is
unquote.
so funny.
So good.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So good. And I love how you're like haggling.
Sorry, did you say haggling?
Yeah.
To my face.
It was so funny. I can't
Oh my
wait to
God.
find more about no, not Jinx, Minx.
Minx.
Oh my goodness.
I love when you
swear
shook
she
the
has
halfling.
skills. Oh,
You
the
just threw him
poor-
right off. It's gonna take him
Just
5 minutes to
gave
get
him-
back on the.
Just personally gave him like an entire concussion somehow.
Can you
Like-
believe those rolls?
No,
Those were
I left
awful
them up
rolls.
for
Those
a
are
while
bad
because I was
rolls.
like, "This
Awful.
is sad."
Yeah.
So no, we're getting them out. All the ones are in the first episode,
Yeah.
and then hopefully never again. Jeez, Murphy,
I
though.
really loved how there was like all the stories that we had going on. Like you guys had like the in cahoots, like trying to like figure out a good deal to like, you had that going on. You were like I hate my life, but like
Oh my
it is
God,
what it is, but I'm here to
Banks.
be strong. And I was like,
You
oh my
like
God!
Banks?
Banks.
Banks instantly became more sad than I ever pictured him.
Right? Like with
2
every
pairs of underwear. and
Well,
that's
3.
all
He almost
three.
only had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with every little banter you guys had, I was like, wow, this is depressing.
Yeah,
feel
I
like-
honestly, Chris,
So good.
right away, I don't know what it is because you and I we've played with other PCs.
Mhm.
You've been our DM for a bit.
Yeah.
I've never clicked so quickly and so well with this depressed old man. I immediately with you, no matter who I was talking to, with you as the DM, I was just like, I think I know what to say here.
Yeah.
It felt
You guys did not
so
miss a
good.
beat. That was
Mhm.
great.
It felt really, really good.
Yeah, I loved like your relationship with Dax. Just how like you guys were just like in it together, and I love how you would come. I love the line when you came back and you were like, "Do you think they bought it?" And you're like, "They bought what?" It's like that. I'm Kevin, and you're like, "What? No."
Oh God. No,
Oh,
he's such a fun. Yeah, no,
So
thanks
good.
for
So
doing
is-
it. It's
Of course.
great.
Yeah.
Is Dax? So is Dax a human?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dax is a human.
Dax is a human.
and Ma is Ma a human as well?
Ma is a human.
Okay, 'cause
yeah.
I
So
didn't-
in this
Yeah.
in
We just
this
assume.
general area of the world, I think I briefly mentioned it. Like a lot of the people you'll interact with are like humans and elves because like those are the kind of like the farmers of this world. Like
Mhm.
Right.
But again, Dax is from the capital city,
Mhm.
just like you are. So which has a wide variety of races. So every time you encounter like someone who's not a human or halfling in this kind of city, it might
It's
be
a
interesting.
kind of a bigger
Yeah.
deal.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Chris, your voices, I mean, I've known them for a while.
Oh my god,
They're incredible. He's great, right? This is
It's-
Maggie's first time ever playing with Chris as a DM.
you're so great,
Oh,
and
thank
I'm
you.
not saying that to like do your own horn. It's like it's
Chris
really
is,
fun
and I'll tell you,
Yeah.
almost intimidating to play off. Where I was
Right?
just like,
Like-
oh goodness.
I appreciate it. It's
Yeah.
so much fun.
Mike and I, we've known and played with Chris for a
Yeah.
while, but I'll
Yeah.
tell you,
You
there's
clicked it on,
something
man.
about Chris when he gives himself time to prepare. He is so much better than any other D&D player I've ever played with.
Well,
He's
let's not
No.
set up high expectations.
I've only played with 8 or 9, maybe 10. But you're exceptional. I love your voices. I
Thank
think
you.
they're fantastic.
Thank you.
I think it's also like the reflex to pull back characters that we so recently like met or like are in
Yeah.
Yeah.
in motion conversations.
Yeah.
Like it's just really fun to hear
Right.
and see. Like it
Yeah.
does.
I don't
feel
think we'll do
good.
that as much like moving forward because again, hopefully
There's
you
us
guys
too.
will become
Yeah.
Yes.
one party, and I won't have to cut
We
through 3
might meet.
storylines. But I thought this might be fun to start our first
a DM
campaign.
heavy session.
A session where there's a lot of story, no combat, and you guys have not even met yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I love that aspect.
It-
That the
I
fact that it
think-
hasn't started with us meeting, and I think that's really interesting. We really got like 3 little
Because-
windows into
'cause
everything.
A lot of D&D is, these 3 adventurers with kind of shaky calls to adventure all just find themselves in a tavern
Mhm.
and something happens and
Trouble
they
at the
have to-
tavern.
they rise. Yeah.
Trouble did form at the
Right.
tavern.
Yes.
Right. There you go.
And they rise to the occasion and they go on an adventure together, right? Like that is tried and true, and there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
But each of our characters has something going on in their lives and their own reasons for where they are. And I the fact that we haven't met yet and we're solidifying those first is awesome to me. I love it. Or in my character's case, the lack of reason.
Yeah.
Now, we went through a lot of storyline. We went through a lot of characters. You guys gave me a lot in terms of your character's backstory, but again, you guys didn't know where you'd be finding yourselves at the start of this campaign. Did you guys have any questions at all about what I presented, how your lives are, any character choices, anything like that you want to bounce off of?
Not particularly.
Okay.
I feel like we kind of scratched an itch in everyone's storyline. Like,
But I don't think I know anyone's specific real backstory yet.
yeah.
No.
I know every character's reasons for where they are right now,
Mhm.
but we don't know, and I love that.
Yeah, we don't want to
love
get too deep session 1. We
Exactly.
want to work our way into it.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that will come
I
want to
know more about what the city looks like,
Yeah.
kind of how it functions. I love kind of like the economics of it all, the political situation there.
A little bit about Tillville.
A little bit about Tillville, which is the perfect name for a deadbeat rich man to live in.
I love it as a little busy town though,
Yeah.
where it's like everybody does have a place to be. Everybody has a place to go and work and do their thing. And
It's like a little ant colony.
Except
Yeah.
except for this one over
Yeah.
living in the mansion.
here. Yeah.
Do you-
Couple
do you
stories
like-
about everyone else.
Chris and I went back and forth with the Church of Cord.
yeah.
But the fact that you level up through Cord's like appendages and stuff,
like that a
starting
lot.
with
That's
the
really
hand,
cool.
I loved that.
like
when
get
we
into
came
the
to it.
eye
Yeah,
as like that's
becoming
the
eye
top
of Cord.
spot, right?
And I think
Yeah.
what we talked about is every single level has something to do with combat. Like you
Yes.
start with the hand and then the arm, then becomes the shield and the sword, and like all things that are like dependent on like
All-
survival and like strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, when you're no longer useful, all you
Is a
got
mouth.
are is a mouth. All you
Yeah.
are is just preaching about what what once were and what like potential the next
Yeah.
like recruits have.
Yeah.
Love that.
I think it's so cool. I'm so excited to play a paladin. God damn.
Did you say
Ah.
there currently is an eye?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is.
There's an eye.
currently an eye of Cord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was he? Was what the guy that was teaching you?
He's a
Cord-
mouth.
He's a mouth.
Yes.
But I don't know what his rank. What is maybe would my character know this? What is his? What
I
was
don't think you
his
rolled really
rank
well. He's currently a mouth. I don't think you
before
know.
mouth.
I don't think you rolled enough about it.
Okay, then I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
All you know is Peric the Dragon. That was the legend.
Tarek the
The
Dragon.
fire breather
Yeah,
charging into combat.
I love that.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah, I love how like I have going back to just a little oversharing as my character to like this random person and having blind trust. One of my
to
flaws.
Farmer Flinthorn.
Yeah,
You actually overshared to a lot of people in the session.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's just Dylan's excitement, right?
I
And it's
think
just-
that's
You
such
had
a
an
good
elevator
character
pitch
choice.
of
Yeah.
like, this is me, this is my mom. I'm looking at the Feywild and the library. This like
Well,
it
it was like, you know, I just had it. It was this is stuff that Dylan has been like thinking about for like he's like fantasizing
An
about a
excitable
moment
teenager.
when to talk to someone about this and being like, these are the things and help me now, please.
Yeah.
And I think in my flaws I put blind trust in folks often quite too quickly.
Yeah.
It was just so funny seeing you do it from like Flynn to Ma and then
Yeah.
like to the other elf, and then it's just like hearing the repetitiveness of
Yeah.
it was
It was
great.
really, really, really good.
Yeah. It's just like his like go-to pitch.
It's funny because I had a lot of descriptions of like what these like NPCs would look like and like what their like backstory is, but I had no clue how they would like act until until they interacted with your characters.
Yeah.
Like Farmer Flinthorn
yeah.
came out of fucking nowhere.
I love Farmer Flinthorn.
He was
with
really
his
funny.
polyamorous flock of sheep.
Yeah. All named with
All the
something
letter
that
is
starts with
Tammy, Theodore, Tammy 2.
So
good.
funny.
So good. That was a lot of fun. I'm so excited for the festival of Pelora. I'm quite
Maggie,
stoked.
what's your character again? What like class?
Sorcerer.
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 Right.
The magic user.
Just for some reason, because you
Magic.
have who's, I keep thinking druid, but you're not. You're a sorcerer,
Mm-hmm.
which is why you're looking for the magic
Mhm.
thing.
And satyrs have it's just your two bottom legs are hooves.
Yeah,
And
Like
your-
like Mr.
Yeah.
Tumnus.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Narnia.
bottom half goat horns.
Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narnia goat.
Got little
Narnia.
ears.
Mhm.
Regular hands though. Regular hands.
Regular hands.
I also thought it was so funny that we immediately introduced a homebrew in the morale cards
And then
and
you
you
lost it.
immediately lost it.
yes.
The very next roll.
Oh, we paused. We paused for that because we didn't have a deck of cards. So
No.
we were like, oh shit, we need a deck of cards.
need to
And
explain
Harley didn't
this
have one.
Let me find a
anymore.
website we can
Yeah.
use, and then immediately I just open tab, close tab.
Yeah. We had like 3 minutes of figuring it out and then we finally got it.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this, Chris.
Yeah.
With Mr. Hand of Cord with Peric,
Yeah.
did you, in your mind, think he was going to beat me in those athletics rolls?
Mm-hmm.
See, I had no clue. I think it could have gone a number of ways because, again, he is a renowned warrior of
But
legend,
former.
and also very old.
Right.
He's an old dwarf, so he's lived a long life,
Yeah.
and obviously he's a little worse for wear. He's missing part of his nose. He's got scars. He's walking
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
walking stick. So he might have, again, like he might have the techniques, but the strength and like the looseness and dexterity is
Yeah.
long gone from him.
Yeah.
So it could have it could have gone.
Because
It depends on how well.
surprised.
Depends on how groggy you were from waking up
I rolled
early
an
at 9 a.m. in
18,
the morning.
Then a 19.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah, I think he
Plus
rolled like a
6.
5 and like a 3,
Yeah.
so there was no way he was
If
beating
you
you.
keep rolling like that, we're gonna
Oh, I
we're gonna
planned.
train.
I'm
this
also
campaign.
so glad that you've decided to have a raccoon friend because
Oh my god. Poor
Me too.
Chris.
Me too. It's like a weird pengu.
well, I had to look up what raccoons sound like, and I did my extensive research.
Yeah.
Mainly TikToks and Pocahontas,
Mm-hmm.
but they do sound a little bit like a pigeon in a sense that they
Yeah.
coo.
Yeah.
So it's more like a
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
maybe adding a little more like human aspects to
I
it to make
love
it a
it.
little more like come off as approachable and cute
I'm
in
so
podcast
excited
form.
because I don't think I think it'll be a while for Clue to realize that he actually has a connection with this raccoon. I think for a while he's just going to be thinking that like it's following him around when he
Just
actually
here.
has like a nearly like mental connection.
Yeah.
Right? Like it is his familiar.
They are
but
companions.
but he doesn't know.
He doesn't-
He's
Doesn't
just like
accept it.
I guess he follows me around.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
I did like the one. What was that thing you said? You had like a tear in your eye when you're like saying goodbye to.
to Peric.
Yeah, you're like I had a really nice time.
I can't even remember what I said.
I think it
I just
was
love that.
like you bested him and all that, but maybe he got in the last word that really stung a little deep,
Yeah,
where like
yeah.
you have the strength, but you don't have the drive or something.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Yes.
No,
My
but I did
apologies.
have a tear in my eye because I called him like a
A friend. That's- yeah,
'Cause
that's what I was-
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
have any.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
because like Chris said earlier, it's like a bunch of people will nod to me and show me respect, but
Yeah.
like nobody wants to be my friend. I'm
No.
just this guy who doesn't seem like.
And we saw that as you were walking to the
aimlessness is
church.
contagious.
When you were walking to the church, where people was giving you friendly hellos, but didn't
Yeah,
stop and talk
exactly.
with you. Whether it's because you never stopped and talked with them, or they feel a little separated because of your wealth, your
Status.
stature. Like that is so obvious in a town like this, where
Yeah.
like production and like humbleness and like living a simple life is like abundant.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Well,
my
sorry.
last question was, I know that we talked about Meridium.
Yes.
So I guess we haven't really
I
gone
don't think
to-
that
we
really
did-
came up.
We didn't talk about it.
No. We talked about it in session 0.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
just like, are we? I guess I guess we're just gonna wait and see. We should really talk
So
about it.
Meridium didn't come up. We talked about element orbs.
Mhm.
We talked about
Yes.
the general history, but yeah, no, Meridium hasn't come up.
Was
at
that
all.
potentially depending on if the product is good? Was that Meridium?
Who knows?
Who knows? Okay,
Who
so
knows?
that's sort of a question that okay.
Outstanding.
Outstanding. Cool.
Mhm.
Awesome. Is there anything else we
I
would
think
like to
that's
talk
it.
about?
I mean,
That sounds good.
I had a absolute blast.
It's a lot
I
of fun.
wish we could keep going.
Yeah.
I want to just
know.
do record.
I just
session
wanna keep
2
going
right
session
now.
after session.
It's funny because when I came here, I didn't know how much I needed to prepare
Yeah.
because I didn't know how much like role playing would happen.
Yeah.
So I don't think
You-
we got through like half of what I have
I
planned.
Nice.
figured.
I had a
That's-
feeling.
that's
Like, I
the
have-
first DM.
I have
always.
the Prince of Pelor tournament all planned to go. Like,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
look forward to that, ladies and gents, because they're going to be back.
Class.
And hopefully our adventurers stay alive.
Yeah. Trouble at the tavern.
Trouble at the tavern.
Trouble at the tavern.
right.
Awesome. Thank you so much for listening, everybody.
Yeah.
Listening.
Thanks a lot for listening.
Ciao.
Goodbye.
See ya.